When you don't like yourself, you self-destruct. So you binge eat more, you starve yourself more, then you binge eat more, then you drink more, then you have negative toxic energy you're holding. So you have to be able to stand in front of a mirror. And in my book, Coming Clean, I talk about mirror work. I talk about how mirror work changed my life because it set me on the path of true healing, of true self-love. It was the portal into self-love. Because if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and say, let's do this thing, let's feel all the icky feelings, let's look at our naked body and try to love her because she's the only one you've got. Let's look at ourselves and look at ourselves in the eyes and say we're sorry and that we forgive ourselves. Let's look at ourselves and say it's not your fault that you're fucked up, but it's your fault if you stay fucked up, right? That's a Jen Sincero quote from her book, You Are a Badass, one of the first books I read on my personal growth journey. So in my book, Coming Clean, the reason that I start out with the core wound, the reason that it's heavy and maybe overwhelming to some, is because I know from experience you won't let yourself feel unconditional love. You won't let yourself access the truth of who you already are, the wholeness that you already are made of, until you take an honest look at your self-hate and why it's there in the first place. Why do you have these coping mechanisms? Why are you running? What are you running from? What are you trying to self-soothe? What are you numbing? You have to go there first. Get to the core wound so you can heal from there. And then you start to peel back the layers of like, oh, these beliefs that I'm not good enough, they're not even mine. They're not even real. Okay. And these beliefs that I absolutely hate my body, they actually stem from some sexual trauma or sexual shame from my childhood. Interesting. So you peel back these layers and then you get to the bottom of the truth and the truth of who you really are, which is wholeness, radiance, love, unconditional love, pure love. It feels great, but you can't get there. You won't let yourself get there. You cannot arrive until you go through, as Danielle Laporte says, the bedrock of hate, self-hate. You have to go there. You have to be able to witness your range of emotions. You have to be able to stand in your pain, your discomfort, your shame, look it in the eye and hold space for it. You have to, that's your shadow. You have to shine light into the shadow of your self-hate. And the only way you do that is if you go right into it and you look at it and you feel it and you're probably like, yeah, I feel that every day. No, you start to feel it and then you feel ashamed for it. You start to feel it and you feel afraid of it, so then you numb or soothe or distract or avoid. You don't sit there and feel it all and hold yourself while you feel it and cry it all out and hear yourself make noise while you cry and write it out and dance it out. You don't go there. If you did, it would move through you and you'd get to the other side. You would make strides toward, you would release, you would shed, you would grow, you would expand, you would evolve, you would change, you'd get further. But instead, you just keep reminding yourself of it. You just keep accessing it for a moment and then you run away. Or you remind yourself of it and you feel shame for it. You compile it. You're adding up emotional debt instead of taking a moment to be with it and feel it and let it come up and out. And I talk about that in the book too. Let it all out. So, I think that I just went on a tangent and I'm glad that I did. But if this was meant to land for you, then it did, and you are ready to come clean and you are ready to read or listen to my book, and that's great. And then you can join the community on Facebook, Coming Clean Community, and you'll see me go live there every week. And you can head over there. If you already have the book, you can head over there now and watch the live video that I just did on breathing. Love you guys.